Hello, my name is Angela Jones. I'm with the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau. Today, I'm speaking with Christine Klustra with the Detroit Institute of Arts. Christine, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Let's begin with some of the history of the DIA and what makes it so unique to Detroit.
The DIA is really a treasure of our city. We are one of the top 5 encyclopedic art museums in the United States, which is a fact that a lot of people aren't aware of. It's really a special thing to have in our community. And we hope that people who haven't visited take advantage and come see it, especially since our admission is free if you live in Wayne, Oakland, or Macomb counties. We are the first museum to acquire a Van Gogh. We are also the first museum in the US to acquire a Matisse. We'll be celebrating that Van Gogh acquisition in a couple of years in 2022 when it'll be the 100th anniversary. We had hoped to open that exhibition this summer, but I think being able to celebrate the centenary of that is even a little bit more exciting. We have 65,000 works in our collection, and they scope all of creative history. We have Islamic galleries, our new Asian art galleries. We're the first museum in the United States to have galleries devoted to African American art. We have American art galleries, Native American. So you really get to experience history and culture from all over the world when you visit the museum.
Wonderful. So you spoke about some of those different galleries that are dedicated to types of art. What are some of the other exhibits and events that you have coming down the pipeline?
Yep, so during this pandemic time, we don't have any programs, really. We've converted all of that to online, but we do have a number of exhibitions. Some of them were open before we closed, and we've extended several of those, at least for the next few weeks, and some will go into the beginning of next year. But what's most exciting is an exhibition that we had planned to open in June, and now will open in mid-November. It's called Detroit Style. And it's about car design in Detroit from 1950 through 2020. There'll be 12 vehicles in the museum, and there'll be sketches and other artworks that really explore that whole creative process from beginning to end and celebrate the work that Detroit did to put the world on wheels.
Wonderful. So we know that you were shut down for a while and recently reopened. With reopening, what are some of the sanitation and safety procedures you've implemented, and how does that affect the guest experience?
So what was really, our priority is keeping everyone safe and healthy, our visitors, our staff. But at the same time, we really wanted to ensure that people had a positive experience, that we weren't, making the experience so different and so, prescribed that they couldn't enjoy themselves. And because our mission is for people to find personal meaning in art, and we want them to be able to still do that even under these restrictions. So the experience is a little different. Masks are required at all times. We've even put one on Artie the donkey, which is a favorite of lots of kids. We've converted all of our interactives to touchless experiences. So in things where you might have lifted up a panel, all of those have been changed. Our staff spent the time during the closure figuring out ways to make all of that happen. We do touchless temperature checks upon entry. And what's most important is to control capacity and to make sure we know, how many people are in the building at any given time. We're asking people to reserve time tickets online ahead of time. For the Tri-County, that's still free, and you'll get a QR code, and there's a little touchless station where you'll scan it when you enter the museum, and that just helps us control the number of people in the building at any given time, and helps control social distancing, because we want to make sure everybody has enough space to remain at least 6 feet away from our staff and our other visitors. And then after that, you really get to enjoy the museum in much the same way. There's a single entrance and exit to each zone of the building, but once you're in that zone, you can wander about and see whatever it is that you'd like to enjoy. And in some cases, I think some people will see some new things they might not have seen before.
Perfect. So for those that are ready to go ahead and secure that ticket or just stay updated and connected to your news and events, where do they go to do that?
So the best place to start for all of that is our website at dia.org. That's where you can reserve those time tickets, and that's right there at the top. It's really easy to access all that information, as well as all the protocols around being in the building. It's also where you can sign up to get our weekly e-newsletter. We send one out every Monday. It used to feature all of the programs and events that were happening in the museum, and now it does that, but also features all of the activities that you can do at home. Every week, we make sure that families have access to a field trip activity from home. That might be a crossword puzzle, it might be an art making activity. We also have access to our art collection. We have a weekly program on Thursdays online for seniors. That's an art talk led by some of our docents. We're also going to try to bring in bingo in the next couple of weeks, and some films and some music for our senior program, which is at 1 p.m. online every Thursday. And then we also highlight our community partners. We have partnerships with a wide range of organizations in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties. And it's important for us to support them too. So we've been able to, in some cases, have live programs with them. And in other cases, video of things that they've been doing during this time and featuring their programs.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You've provided a lot of great information, and I know many of us are looking forward to our visit to the DIA.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there as well. Thank you.
Thank you.